Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner Albert Cameron. Albert, we like to give, once in a while, the swimmers, we maybe don't give them as much attention as we could, but we like to notice when something goes well and they got it going at Boardman.
Yep, Noah Batista, second in the 100-yard butterfly with a time of 50 seconds. The relay team of Will Linker, Matthew Dunlaney, Jordan Stackpole, and Batista also was second in the 400 freestyle. Congratulations as they move on to state. Boardman has been good in a lot of sports this year. On fire. Swimming, George, it's one of those sports we talk about. Discipline.
No. When we're still hitting the snooze, they're doing laps before school,
Yes.
and then they go back in after school and do some more.
And there's no way out of that.
No.
Those sports are made for the kid who wants to put time in something and get better. And we always congratulate the cross-country runners, the swimmers, the wrestlers, those individual sports guys that really get it.
We know how tough you are and how tough-minded. How about how tough-minded? I talked to somebody who saw their basketball team the other day. They were one of the games of the week, and they got a nice squad.
Oh, yeah, we knew they were good in basketball.
We didn't know they were that. I didn't know they were that good.
I had talked to people who said they're that good and told me. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but I'm just saying that we like to cover those individual sports.
Yeah.
And
We
we'll
give
say it
basketball
again.
and football plenty of coverage.
Yeah, we always do.
Yeah, hats off to these
Greg, our
swimmers.
producer, would love, we'll say it again, athletic directors, write into our show, send a quick email saying, highlight this young lady, highlight this young man. We'd love to.
Yeah.
They deserve their due.
They do. They're lucky I'm not on a bunch of school boards.
Yes.
No, I'd be.
How much time does that take?
Oh, the guy up in
10 minutes?
Our
10
TV
minutes.
show in PA, the guy said he just didn't have time. And he said, well, our guy over there said, well, get one of the kids, you know what I mean?
Whatever it takes.
We don't have time.
If you're an athletic director, you're there for the kids. You're not there to collect your check and go home.
No.
And that is the reason that you got hired, to
Promote. Yeah.
That's it. That's what I was looking for, George. Promote the kids and your coaches.
Now, schools, colleges have SIDs and all that.
Well, they
do
take
that.
care of it. Yes, no question.
All right. I was telling Greg before the show, you talk about an aberration, Youngstown State women. They're not used to this. Now, injury after injury after injury. I read the other day, one of the young ladies asking for a medical to get that an extra year. But, man, they've been beat up.
Yeah, George and I don't like to use excuses for injuries. But this one's different. When you lose your two post players, 6'3" Mary Dunn and 6'4" Emma Van Zanten, and all of a sudden now you're playing without that post that you're used to playing with, that is when you're challenged. But I truly say that Coach Barnes is one of our favorite guys with regards to his quotes. He said, it's not easy to come to practice when you lose 6 in a row.
Good point.
How's the energy? That's what coaches get paid for.
Yes.
They do. I know it's the true struggle with it because I coach a lot of lousy teams and a lot of good teams. So I know exactly how
you've been on both sides.
You have to come to that gym.
Yeah, that's like somebody said, what was it like? Well, when you're 24 and 2, of course everybody's buddy.
Yes.
They give you that old, we love our team, we love each other.
Yes.
I love my players.
I'm waiting for that coach, that one coach, and I call George all the time. Rick Pitino did it. He said, I love this team. I said, you love them because they won the national championship. Mm-hmm. Love a team that's 6-16.
Yeah.
And say, I love those guys.
I think Roy Williams is loving those guys at Carolina right now.
No, they should be. That's the part I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That they come to practice every day too. Mm-hmm. And that's those women Penguins. They fought through it.
Yep.
They stayed with it. And a big 84-72 win over Cleveland State. They needed that badly. 12-13, 5-9 on the horizon. I like the boards. George and I like physical teams that get after it. Losing their height, they still went to the boards. 44.
Yeah.
27.
You have to want to go get that ball when you're smaller, and they obviously did. Hats off to them. I always think shot selection comes into play there too.
It does.
I'm always big in that. Everybody says to me, I'm just talking to one of our old timer buddies the other day, and he's out rebounding in this. I said, Coach, I'll be honest with you. I said, from the games I watch, half the problem comes from guys jacking shots or girls when and there's no one near. How are you going to rebound something? They all play 4 or 5 out anyway.
Right.
No one has post
post
players. No, so this
It'd be
is
nice
what
to know when you're shooting, though.
That's what I'm saying.
If they don't expect you to shoot the ball there,
Yeah.
they're not. They are thinking he's going to shoot the ball. I'm going to get position.
Good
I'm
point.
heading for the heading to the boards.
Good.
And all year, Youngstown boys have done that. I'm hung in there. George says one of the hardest things to do in college basketball is play on Thursday, come back
Thursday,
on
Saturday in the horizon. I looked at it the other night and I said, you know what? I said,
Over and
YSU. I said, but I told my buddy, I said, I think tonight's going to be different. I said, they're going to get Oakland. I said, I think, they have 3 in a row.
They jumped ahead, too.
They're playing well. And dad dang it, before it's all over, it's that same old Thursday, Saturday thing on the road.
15-12 the Penguins, 8-6 in the horizon, heading for a first round home game, which we have checked off really big for them.
Yes.
They're heading in the right direction, like what Coach Calhoun's doing, playing much better defense. They're not giving up 90. When he first started there, remember, George?
No.
He was trying to find his niche, thought he could do that, but now he's dug in much more. Congratulations to both Coach Barnes and Coach Calhoun for sticking with it at YSU, and hopefully we got better plans in the future.
Anything else about YSU you want to
Yeah,
talk
I did.
about?
George, thank you. YSU baseball.
Yeah. Oh.
Beat Andy Pettit's son. Think of the University of Houston. Think about that. George saw the last out. He was so excited when he saw it. And
I was following it. They came back late, I believe.
Yes,
They
they did.
got, and I'm like, they were like used to 38th in the country or something.
Always a great baseball
Man,
program.
is that a nice win,
So this
guys.
win goes big on the check mark at
Yes,
YSU.
bang.
And we'd like to highlight opening of the the spring sports season with great performances. We talked about Zala last week coming out of graduation from YSU. This week we highlight the YSU Penguin boys on a great baseball win over the University of Houston.
And just get that going when you come north. I remember one year they were down there and they played like LSU or somebody really tough. And I'm thinking, man, this is going to be
Great year, right?
our year. And it didn't, come to
Well, you come back
fruition.
up here, the pitcher's going to have to hold up.
Yeah, you still
Because
gotta play.
The weather is so terrible.
We leave here. We always joke like I got to say it's light out. It's moving towards spring. We only
We're
have
happy about
one
that.
more Monday.
Yes.
It's coming. But those first 3 or 4 weeks, you know the AD at your place, and you coach track enough
Yes.
to know what I see. I moved here in '76. I think November and March have switched
They have.
places.
They have.
I mean, March now it used to be spring, but it's not spring in
No.
Newcastle.
In November in school, you'll look outside and see the sunshine every day.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
You know what I know? October. I keep
that's the
cheering.
best month.
Oh man,
That's one of the best
why
months of the
fall
year.
baseball is really
That's
taking
one
off.
of the best months of the
I
year.
agree. Let's talk MLB. The fallout from the Astros. I have them mentioned in my miscellaneous also, but I want to talk about the fallout. This is going to sound crazy because you see a lot of things, and a lot of times there's a reaction. Sometimes people try to be positive and preventative, but it's hard in something like this. But what I saw, tell me if you agree, the opposition and reaction to this cheating is getting greater. And I think the genesis is Henry Aaron. Henry Aaron said they should absolutely be taken away, those titles. And I'll tell you, when the Godfather talks, I think the reaction has swollen.
Well, I know he started it, and the people were listening. But what has really put over the hill on it is they won't apologize. and they're saying, listen, you cheated.
Yeah.
All the words that Crane and the players are using, nothing's coming out.
Did you hear the 50-second apart when he said, I don't think we got an advantage? And the
what I'm saying.
lady raises her hand and says, you're saying you didn't get an advantage? He goes, I didn't say that. And they played it back.
He said it.
Exactly what he said.
Yeah, and so when you're saying these things, that all they want to hear is how you say it, that yes, we did gain an advantage. And we wish we hadn't done that.
Can I ask you something? You're the most honest guy I know.
go.
I'm not. I admit it. Like the thing with when they say that, and like you said, you're looking for an apology. I know you would have said something had you been on the team. Most guys obviously afterwards didn't. But do you think if someone would have gone in there and said, "Shut that off"? See, their fallback has always been that Hinch didn't tell them. And because of that, they gave the players immunity, and the union is so strong that the union would say, well, no one told them. I'm saying to you, do you think anyone like the star would be Verlander, Cole at the time?
Right.
You think if they went in there and said, hey, guys, we wouldn't like them doing that to us? And I have a second part to that.
Yeah, I truly believe that it takes somebody with courage. And it's not easy. You know, they talk about peer pressure when you're in high school, junior high. That pressure doesn't leave. And somebody just doesn't want to be the person.
Boy, you're on.
You know, George.
No,
It's not easy.
No,
I didn't say it was easy. But who said it was doing the right things easy?
Okay, I got to go to part
it's not
two.
doing the right things
I'm
easy.
going to part two.
Okay.
They know they cheated in 17. Mm-hmm. You see now, Tuve, last year, don't rip my shirt.
Right.
You know, whatever. Who knows if he got an ugly tattoo? But here's the point. I'm saying this to you. Are we to believe that they cheated in 17, won it all, and said, okay, we quit?
No way.
That doesn't make sense.
No, I don't.
Now I'm insulted.
Yeah, I don't think that. And that's the problem. You ask why it's going to. Aaron says it first, and then everybody's being insulted by how they're handling it. And it's runaway freight train now. Do you see them doing anything with the title?
No.
I don't either.
No. You see in soccer, they didn't mess around. This team got caught cooking their books over there. 2 years out of the playoffs. You've done 2 years.
Simple?
That'll stop it in a hurry. You think anyone else will do it again?
That would stop
if they
it so
took that
fast.
title?
I wonder how strong their union is. Because I'm telling you, the Major League Baseball union is crazily strong.
No, they don't mess. Commissioner. Now, here's what I'm going to talk about.
Doesn't he work for the owners or not?
He doesn't
The
football.
NFL does.
I think, yeah. Let me ask you this. I don't know. I don't remember Bowie Kuhn and Marvin Miller. He may work for the owners, but that union's not having anything to do with it. Let me ask you this, Al. He's already, I'm going to watch, because I know right now someone's wearing a fastball. He's already said, because Dusty Baker said first, don't throw at Mike. They're getting thrown at.
I think they're
Oh, Al.
Yeah, somebody's throwing at him. I don't know who it's going to be, when it's going to be.
Now, how about Bellinger stepping up and saying he gets good? Then he says, Tuve stole the MVP from Judge. He took it a step further. Individual award.
Yeah, some guys just get it. They're not afraid to. They're not afraid of what the repercussions can be, and they state the truth. The truth hurts a lot of people. They don't like.
Now, let me ask. Al Campman's on the mound. They say they were talking today on the way over to JT the Brick, who's so much better than their permanent guys. He says he thinks the Mets will be the team that they're going to throw at them, that they don't care. Something about the Mets.
Why?
No, he didn't. Okay. He didn't go into detail. He said, "I'm telling you right now, the Mets will throw at them."
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So
what do you think?
I don't know.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't. No,
really?
I wouldn't. No. It's my makeup. That I tell them they're cheaters, but my makeup is I don't follow up a wrong with another wrong. Yeah, so I would not do that.
Okay, no, that's why I wanted to know because.
But there's somebody out there who's going to though.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Oh, somebody. You know, I hope the guy had filed a lawsuit. By the way, for you people that are just casual fans, some reliever came in one night and they dressed him up so bad he was gone the next
Never
day.
pitched again.
He is filing a lawsuit, and some people are looking at his stats before and this and that. The bottom line is he lost his livelihood because they were cheating.
Yeah, and that's what he's saying. He said, if I had pitched maybe that night, got 3 or 4 outs.
Yeah.
I might still be pitching today. So.
And you know, when the minimum salary is $500,000,
yes,
first-class hotels, hundreds and hundreds of dollars a day meal money with food in the clubhouse.
Mm-hmm. Living a different life.
Living a different life. Okay, let's talk NFL. We must be, I think they're watching Bottom Line. No, I do, Al. I think they're watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. Denver and the Rams are not sending someone to measure someone's jockey underwear.
Yeah. The combine has always been a laughing stock to us. We never could grasp. If you want to find out about a kid, bring an LSU kid.
You've got 56 game films.
Yes.
56.
Bring it. I see one reason for the combine. I tell George that all the time.
Yeah.
That the competition, they're not sure how they do.
Like when the Houston guy gets against the Alabama guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Other than that, that's only.
But that's.
But other than that, it's the only thing. So the other thing means nothing. The jumping and the table.
Jumping on the table.
I had
running the counts.
I had great players at YSU when I played. Not great players. I'm talking about great athletes who cannot play for us. You put them on the cones. you would have thought, oh, he's got to be starting a cornerback.
Oh, I
he's
played.
got to be starting.
I played ball with a couple guys with that little waist in it.
yes.
They couldn't break an egg.
That's what I'm
if
saying.
they hit, like they couldn't get a rebound. Like you just bounce them out of there,
Yes.
softer than toilet tissue.
There were some really outstanding athletes who were not good players,
Rebound.
and they might dominate at the combine. I don't want to see something.
Hey, I got to tell you, that happened at the NBA All-Star game. There's this one rapper, and he fancies himself as a basketball player,
Okay.
you know, and he's doing some dribbling before the game. He's playing against women and children out there. Half those rappers are 5'1". So he's out there, and he thinks he's, you know, he really, and I said to my buddy, I said, you know, I'd have scored about 57 on him in a half. I said, this guy really thinks he's a basketball player. You know, oh my goodness.
There's a lot of people out there, yes.
But yeah, so the bottom line is, there's so much. I'll be listening to radio and guys say, you know who's really coming up the board? Coming up the board without playing a game.
Yes.
There's no board.
It is unbelievable. Somebody gets that started on that board.
Oh, now Tua is better than Burrow.
I know. I don't know where.
Where did that come from? His hip?
I don't know either.
He's not better than Burrow.
I have no idea.
No, he might be.
He hasn't shown it.
No.
You know,
They had to take him out of that bowl game to win it,
yes.
didn't they?
I have no idea where they get these ideas at.
Oh my goodness! And this kid did it on the, now. How was his last game? Only 7 touchdowns.
Yes.
Like the biggest game of his life.
Yeah.
All right,
Watch
now,
the film.
Now, watch the tape, Browns.
Yes.
You made enough mistakes. Steelers incident really raising its head again. And I'm going to tell you, when Mike Tomlin comes on first take with that big mouth Stephen A. Smith out of season, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a real big deal. And you got to give Tom, and he doesn't back down.
I give him no.
He always comes on and does.
Starting to like him more.
And George knows I'm really high on him.
Yeah.
I think he they're now seeing what he dealt with
Well, I'm
Brown.
starting to get it.
You know, there's nobody can control Brown.
No.
I mean, he probably did the best he could.
No, I mean,
you know, because Brown's a nutcase.
Without a doubt. No,
but this
perfect.
incident thing. Also, he's a black guy, and so when you come on right now and say, listen.
Yeah.
This thing didn't happen.
Yeah.
It has a lot.
Someone would have heard it.
It has a lot of credence to it. You know, that's just the way it is.
No, you're and if the NFL was going to protect anyone, Garrett's the star.
Oh, for
not
sure.
Mason Rudolph.
Rudolph's a has-been. I mean,
Yeah,
I've not even thought about it.
If Roethlisberger could throw the ball at all, he's gone.
And I will say this: I just looking up. This is not always true, but looking up their pass, Rudolph never been in trouble. The guy for Cleveland has been picked up 3 times or punched somebody, hitting somebody.
And also, and I'm not a Steelers fan by any means.
No, he's not a Steelers fan.
No, but he's had black teammates his whole life. Someone heard something. Someone on the way. But here's the thing: this NFL. Dang it, Albert. The New England tapes disappearing. Whatever the footballs. Now they don't have any
No
sound.
tapes on this one either.
Now every stinking guy.
They find a way out of things, don't they? They make it more harder.
It makes you wonder.
They make it harder
it
themselves.
seems like there's this cloak and dagger thing.
Yes.
And it makes you not trust them.
Right.
But I'll give Tomlin a lot of credit.
He did.
And it, like you said, Rudolph's surely not going to win any games for him.
No.
The XFL, I watched just for the show. I couldn't name the teams, but I watched just for the show. I'll share with you some of the rules. The quick replay, outstanding.
You like that? Okay.
You'll hear it. They'll be saying, hey, yeah, he went out of bounds on the 17, but he didn't fumble. Okay. You hear that. Okay. I like that. The 1, 2, and 3, they don't know what they're doing either. Like I'm watching a game yesterday. This team scores. Okay. They can tie with the 3 because they can get 9. They went for 2. Now, if they go for 1, field goal still wins.
Right.
They went for 2.
See, I like to understand what.
Well, they don't have any analytics because it's never happened. You see what I mean? But common sense. That's what I'm
call
saying. Me. I'll say down.
Yes.
Let's go for it.
3 or 1. Don't go for 2.
We go for 1, the field goal wins anyway.
Yes.
But going for 2 doesn't help. You still need a field goal.
Yes.
But anyhow, that's what I've seen. That's what I like. I'm not sure on that. Not letting the kick win the end zone. The penalty's severe. So you're going to have run backs, but having them face each other 5 yards away, you're not getting that.
Injuries.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, it's not a bad idea.
That's what they're trying. I think the NFL might take that one.
Okay, if you're down the road, Al, and you're the Shield, and you're looking at lawsuits in 10 years when guys can't answer the door,
right?
This is
no, the NFL's going to take that one.
Exactly.
I do.
I agree. NBA All-Star Game. You told me the grandsons were watching it. God bless them, because I don't know what that was.
Well, this one was crazy because for 3 quarters and
Yeah.
three and three quarters.
Yeah.
It was just an all-star game, throwing the ball against the bank board.
Yeah.
But I will say that
But they were playing to get to the number.
when they played it,
Oh, the
nobody get a shot off.
guys took 2 charges.
No, the defense was unbelievable. See, that's when the athleticism shows its head.
I got
you
it.
can't get a shot off.
I saw the same
I mean,
thing.
they could not get a shot off.
Hey, the dunk contest, these guys are doing stuff that's
People said he
physical.
got ripped off.
He did.
Did Gordon get ripped off?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, see, you had Dwayne Wade on there, and the other guy plays for Miami. You know, it gets into complicated
Right.
stuff.
Anytime it's not, what is it, objective,
But
subjective,
let me tell you
causes
this.
problems.
Let me tell you this, Cat. They weren't dunking like that 20. You know, they talk about Jordan and these
yes.
guys were double pumping it, taking it through their legs and back the other side.
It's a lot like the combine thing we just talked about.
Yeah.
If you're just looking at,
Yeah.
you would think Jones and Gordon have to be
Bless
the best
them,
players in
America.
the league.
And they can't play. Neither one. of them. No, I agree
It's a lot of
1,000%.
things. They can dunk though.
It does appeal to young people.
Oh, yes.
And once again, you have grandkids, so you're more plugged in than I. That's what they have over baseball. Baseball can't figure out if they want the game to be fair. We were at breakfast the other day, and the old Newcastle coach and I were sitting there talking. Guy came in from Youngstown and watches every week. Thanks, by the way. He says something about, liking certain things about the game and not liking other things. He says, I don't go to a game and look at my watch, and I know you don't. Is it as big a problem as they think it is?
For young people.
In other words, your guys are bored there?
Oh,
Are your
no.
guys rooting around on their?
In baseball.
Yeah.
Well, we take care of them with snowballs and.
Oh, you got to keep them.
Yeah, we keep them busy with all kind of stuff.
Okay.
But the big thing is the difference is the NBA is not a team. It's not a team brand.
No.
It's an individual brand.
Oh,
So our
yeah.
kids don't say.
I love the Lakers.
Yes.
Let's see big LeBron.
I like LeBron and Davis.
LeBron
I like the Greek Freak.
Did you see the freak?
I like.
Hey, my buddy had.
You saw his block, by the way.
Yeah.
On LeBron.
Yeah.
It was about 90 feet up the board.
Yeah.
His hand went up.
No, and it wasn't. Hey, how about my buddy 11-1 on MVP?
Who was the MVP?
Dude from the Clippers.
Oh, Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Okay.
A nice little
gotcha.
player.
Okay.
NHL, stinking Penguins, 1 game out of first in their division.
Means nothing.
I know, but let's
Means
say
zero.
let's say this about their front office: they never stand pat.
Oh no, that part does mean something.
They never stand pat.
Yeah.
The Pirates could learn a lesson.
Yeah, they are going to win when they have the team to win.
In it to win it.
Yeah, so this is a team that looks like they are one of the 3 favorites for the Stanley Cup. So let's go all in.
What's Crosby have?
They
2,
did.
3 years left?
Yeah, they did. I don't know. He's one of those guys. So you don't go by age anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, no,
the old days, George
yep.
Otto said yes.
Yep.
I don't go by it anymore.
Good point. Good point. Our old theme about NCAA hoops: there's still a ton of teams that can win it.
How about Dayton's number 5? That's all you got to know.
Tell you what.
I mean, talking about not Dayton's 5, Baylor's 1.
Yeah.
Not we always say Rip Van Winkle wake up and it's the same team.
It's not in basketball.
Not in basketball. No.
My buddy went down to Rivers about 3 weeks ago and got Baylor at some ridiculous odds.
It was a good time to get him.
I sent him down. Of course, I don't send anything down. Just my good
time to get
wishes.
him.
Yeah. It would have been a great time. They've been number 1 since.
Yes, they have been.
You told me about them, and I watched them. They're
They
slapping
really
the
defend.
floor. They're
They
guarding.
really defend, yes.
And, that's, as we
the way
said.
we like it.
And once again, the home teams, my Lord, Albert. I looked at you. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it gets tougher.
What do you have to do to win in the road?
You have to be 10 points better than you ever play at home. That's what you got to do. Yeah.
Is it the crowd,
I don't know what the answer is.
the gym,
I don't know what the answer
the
is.
officials?
Because I've never seen it like this. I've seen home crowd before.
Me too.
But this year's different.
Even Slippery Rock. Somehow they have more points
This
when the
year's
game's
different.
over.
Yeah, the home courts are really dominating.
Oh, the Big Ten, forget it. You don't want to play in the road.
Yes.
Big. Just send in the game film because you're not winning the Big Ten. It's amazing. Senior days are coming up. I told my buddy the other day, he plays
They play
basketball.
great on those days, too.
I said, I'm going to tell you right now, you got senior days and senior nights and whatever.
When you see a senior night, take that team.
I
They're
agree.
winning.
It's like homecoming in
Yes, football.
Homecoming football. NCAA football. It's Mel Tucker. I got to jump on him.
Good old Mel.
Yeah. I was okay till old Mel said there's no transfer portal in the real world.
Yes.
Now, old Mel needs to,
Yeah.
what do you say, clean your own house first? Isn't there some
Don't
saying?
let the glass break. Exactly.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yes. Whatever it is, Mel, keep your mouth shut. You're getting away with 5.4 million.
You people that know, he's the Colorado coach. Did nothing, got crushed. Michigan State coach quit 1 day before signing. Well, they asked Mel. Mel said, no, I'm staying where I am. So Mel does this whistle stop thing in Colorado, bragging about how he's staying. Next day, Michigan State said, "How's 5.4 million sound?"
Yes.
Mel said, "Get the moving van." All of a sudden, Mel wasn't as committed. And all these kids at Colorado are stuck there, despite the fact he looked right in their eyes of their parents and said, and you know who was one? Preston Pearson's grandson.
Yeah, grandson. Yeah,
So what do you say to that?
Well, there's a two-part to it, and we talked about George already. We'll say it again. There's a business side of it, and there's a personal side to it, and they're separated completely. The personal side says to me that if you tell a kid, "I'm not leaving, I'm staying, and I promise you, I'll coach you," that's a part you got to keep your vow. But then 5.45 million comes up. It's a
Reasons
business
not
side.
to keep your vow.
You're saying I got to take care of my family.
3 generations.
Yeah, that's why I would never say that. So my point is that you should never say to the people,
I'm not leaving no matter what.
yeah.
I'll see your 4 years
My
through.
my plan is to stay. That's my plan. But I can't say I'm definitely not leaving.
Yeah, okay, now, I have a part B to that question. He's the guy that ran his mouth about the transfer portal, basically saying kids should stay.
Right.
Should they be able to leave without a penalty
Yes,
since
I
did
do,
that?
I do believe. That's,
How soon, how long, how many
by
guys?
the way, the reason I say that is I want you guys right in. I truly think kids choose schools today, not because of what they're offering in engineering
Coach.
or it's the coach. They're going because they like the coach. Assistant coach, whatever.
I get you. Got a couple minutes left, 3-4 minutes out. Big heavyweight fight this week. Normally we don't do a lot of boxing. We mention it now and again. The reason I mention it for 2 reasons. One, it's pay-per-view, so it's going to, it's going to.
Will you get it, George, this
I
year?
will get
You're
it.
gonna
Yeah,
get this one? Okay.
I don't get them. I can't afford to get them
Okay.
all, but I do.
Will we quick out again or
No,
not?
no. These guys. It could be. They're
Monster hitters. That's what I'm
They're
saying.
monster men. The one dude is a boxer at 6'7",
Okay.
270.
So he has the wrong reach,
And
okay.
the other guy has this
he's been trying to get
sledgehammer
into it.
on his shoulder.
He's trying to get into him.
Now, the last fight, he put him down so many times. The other guy won 8 rounds, and it was still a draw.
Well, they fought once already. Okay.
And believe me,
Okay.
they both
So
can
people
fight.
want to see it then.
They're going to see
They
it.
want to see it.
Yeah, it's going to break some numbers. I really have. Now, the Daytona 500 is rained out on Sunday. My thoughts to you with a couple. You and I aren't race car guys. We know that. But how do you feel, Al, about your feature major big-time event being first?
The drivers don't see it that way, and it's interesting. I knew the NASCAR would be talked about. That the fans see it as the Super Bowl. The drivers don't see it like that at all. The drivers see it just another race. They want to win at the end of the year. So fans.
The title.
Yes, the title.
Wow.
That's what they want.
Boy.
So I heard 4 great drivers interviewed and said, "Listen, I want to win this race, but it's not going to change for this season."
Restrictor plates and all. It's a different
Yes,
race. Couple minutes on our miscellaneous playoffs in Pennsylvania. They let everyone in. Okay, it's bad enough.
Everybody knows about Ohio.
But listen to
Ohio
this.
knows how to do it.
But listen, this gets worse. There's a team up north, Cambridge Springs.
Ofer, I saw it. Ofer.
No. They have no. There's a.
Oh, there's a team Ofer. I saw
But,
that.
but this is better. They haven't won yet, and because of opt-outs, they're in the semifinals, which puts them in the state tournament without a win.
That's what I'm saying. That's wrong.
That's
completely
something
wrong.
gotta do something
Yeah,
different.
and that doesn't happen in Ohio.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. That's Pennsylvania how they do that.
Yeah.
Ohio, you play.
Okay.
You play. You're not opting out.
I got
You're
you.
playing.
We got a minute or so left. The NBA All-Star Game, they have it. They've made it a pickup game. And LeBron and Giannis picked
Right,
up or whatever.
right.
You and I spoke at lunch one day. There's no way Bird was taking Magic. I don't
Right.
care what it was. In these last few seconds, do you think a U.S. versus the world game would be a better game?
No. Not
No.
after yesterday. Not after yesterday.
You liked it?
Yes, it was awesome. It was
Okay.
It was the best All-Star game that's been around for.
Closest.
Because how they did it.
Okay.
They played the game as a
And playing the
fun
game well, they played to that new scoring way too.
No, that's what it was.
Okay.
They changed it. They played. They were arguing with the refs. You never
And
see
you
them
can't,
like
and you can't make it. You can't win in a foul, or they'll just foul you every play. The
Yes.
guys who are screaming that are wrong because you have to
Right.
be able to. They just foul me.
Yes.
Thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.